Welcome back to NintenDan Just Woke Up, and thank you for your understanding. Haha, let's go. Okay. Part 2, featuring Yuri and Sayori by the looks of things. I'm curious to see if Monika will still be in the story, and if not, why would she not be? I don't know, it's weird. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. Here comes Amy. A face that seems familiar. That's a nice way of putting it. Oh! Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously moused to Monika. Wow, this has been a great start, guys. It's her, it's the girl! Sounds like her, but whatever. It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Monika should recognize her too, because she's the one who... whatever. Thanks to Monika leaving a flyer on her desk, yes, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? No, I got lost. Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is Literature Club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact and hiding the knife she has on her. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. They should have just done it just vibrating. Just that'd have been cool. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty and Sayori's causing an earthquake. I'm Monika and this is Sayori and we run the Literature Club even though it's just us so far. But, what's your name by the way? I'd like to join your club. That's not your name. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? Like, it's pretty shit. I mean, I should be good enough. I'm better than you both. Everyone is welcome here, you don't have to be good enough. Have you met the main character of the old game? Oh, do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monika. Sayori, I already... Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? No. Get out. Get out of here! We don't do fantasy. Like books? No, they're real. Yuri looks at Monika. Fantasy is cool! Yes, have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say I have. She's my favorite author. So if you don't know who she is, you two aren't really into literature, are you? I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. No thanks. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. Help! She's got a knife! I'd love to! Sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great, or you have bad taste. I'm so happy I found this club. Finally, someone to give books to. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Stop overwhelming us. Yuri nervously says that. Noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True, okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I wasn't listening. I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kind of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? No, she has other interests. Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monika, don't you think you should be more optimistic and less of a fucking buzzkill? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. Like me! Sayori. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Meanwhile, she's like standing outside the door and she can hear all of this. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. You're bad at this. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad, but not sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here, while I go and not be here. Maybe you should take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. That way it can just be the two of you and I won't be a third wheel. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides... Yuri lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. It's not just the first episode, Sayori's creepy in this one as well. Do I have a drink? Excellent news. Did I just spill it on my crotch? Yes, I did. Oh, saving that picture for my OnlyFans. She taps her finger against the dauntily chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, oh god, which combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Or she did another activity. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri bought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. I didn't follow a word you said. Yuri nervously interjects. I'm hungry! Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. Do you like fantasy? You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monika smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh. Okay. I thought this was the literature club. That's cool. Yuri sits down, then looks at a book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? You know, literature, and talking about it. Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monika. Monika! Monika came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. I mean, she didn't have to staple it to my forehead, like, I was gonna read it. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days to even look at the flyer. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monika told everyone how inconsiderate I was, which she did, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait a minute. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, like, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. Oh, thank God! I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, like that Sayori chick, she seems fucking weird. Oh wait, that's you. Such as there being too many people. Way to rub it in. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Ah, whatever you said, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online, but they're all 50-year-old men. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Knives, I mean, like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. You don't want to open that can of worms, Missy. Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. Oh, then they probably are dumb. How about I'll tell you something about what I'm into? Please don't. Then you can tell me about something you're into. Please definitely don't. I suppose that would be okay. Okay, I'm into happiness. Well, I'm pretty into like crafty things, like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts to my friends, but then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. Well, that's kind of stupid. I mean, you sound quite creative. I don't know why. I'm just like being gradually giving Yuri a deeper voice. Not that much. It's just that you'll be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. Did you know that glue can be used to like put stuff together? So I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Jeez, Rick. Oh no, Rick. Sayori nods. Shouldn't have done that. Well, I guess I'm into nature. Are knives part of nature? I love nature. Monika, I'm gonna start a nature club. We're leaving. You're never coming back. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. Forever. I'm not. Oh yeah? I've got your legs. Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club, right as Yuri is just standing there. There, now you're stuck with me. And I changed your code. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Like, have you met me? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. No, it's fine. Just that look. She does it every time. No, it's fine. That's cool. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having getting cutting off, and so cuts herself. I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and it sounds like Joe Swanson. Hey, Peter. And let my racing mind operate autonomously. Oh, I can't even say that with that voice for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Like the least consistent voice, I'm so sorry. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that, because I'm so busy and important and perfect. Did I say that out loud? I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. If you don't let it slip through your fingers, just like blood. I mean, the three continue their conversation. I'm reading the narrator in this voice now, primarily by Sayori, but with Monika chiming in and every now and again. Oh, here comes Peter. Hey, Peter. Monika had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more, even after 10 minutes. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book, the next club meeting? Leaving me out of it? That's cool. That's the plan. I'm so excited. Yuri beams. Yuri collects her things. Yuri beams a lot. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monika with a gentle smile. Bye! Bye, bitch. Oh, sorry, we're not that close yet. As Yuri exits, Yuri enthusiastically returns her farewell, bounces off the walls and breaks a few windows. Once again, Sayori and Monika are left in the club room. God, she's a piece of work. Yuri, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Yeah, you definitely like doing that. Still, besides, it really lifted my mood. And that's a good thing, trust me. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know. It made me happy. And when I'm happy, I'm not the other thing, which we won't talk about. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her, and me ignoring both of you. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. Which usually isn't good enough. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Yay! What's gonna go wrong? Because it's Act 2 now. Another school day ends. Yuri's dead. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. Monika died. It's club time again! Monika went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? She doesn't like you. I mean, Yuri silently nods and is invisible, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Like, I don't actually sound like that. Yuri tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overexcited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club. You know, all one of you. So, good. Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still... I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Thank fuck. I mean, huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. Everyone always does. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. Jesus. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Wait a minute. This is a sad atmosphere. I don't like this. Well, the thing is... Hi, it's me talking again. We don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monika and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together reading your books. You know, like as a club activity? That would be okay, right? No. You don't want to. Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place. And you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls the desk against Yuri's and sits next to her. Do you like hugs? The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Can you not make fun of my book? Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh right, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? No reason. It's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just from taking notes. Notes? Jesus, you're making this sound like homework. I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly, I find it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try and help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you, you're like super smart. I don't know you at all. Oh, please. You know how to push my buttons, don't you? Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience in. Which is another way of saying, I'm only smart at the things I'm smart at. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. Are you real? I can't tell. That should be evident enough for the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everything else that comes off as smart. Especially you. Really? No. Nah. Yuri rubs her shoulder against you. Yuri, stop. I mean, Sayori, stop. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Ow. Anyway, do you want to make out? I mean, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world. Her story takes place in the more of it. She details the races, factions, history, elements, and magic. The more questions Sayori seems to have as she sleeps through it all. But despite Yuri's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing what I do. What kind of writing is that? Stupid writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head so I don't kill my... I mean, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry. I remember when I was 8. I mean, I think there's an appendix that includes some of the Kingdom's written works like poetry and folk songs. No way. Yuri giggles, filling Yuri's heart with happiness. I just can't get over the voice I've given Yuri. Like, it just keeps switching. When she realizes it's the first time she's ever heard it. It's like a mixture of Morty, Joe Swanson, and just general nerves. It began so soft, but it just gets deeper and deeper. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we should get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Also, I've never read a book. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Yuri is patient into her nose. Hey, that's not for the book. That's for the book. It's... God damn it. My patience is running thin. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. God, have you met me? Sayori flips through the first page, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. Is it finished yet? The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. I don't get it. What does vindicted mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? No. I mean, of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? Guys, do you stop talking? A lot of dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. Great. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori doesn't get it. Yuri's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up till now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling into them. But when they fused, they can tackle both. But the turns of table, literally, they turn the desk around. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? They're talking about the future. Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. Who's that? But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes and she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Too late. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. You're clearly, like, on fire. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? No, it's not about what? No, the book. I'm not sure I understand. You read a book. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. Makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. Oh, God. This isn't the literature club, is it? Relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. You're really bad at this. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry! I don't want to do this anymore. This took 2 hours to get through a page. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you. You made me? No one cares about Sakura. Yuri leaves! You weren't making me. Yuri's left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. But then I asked a billion questions and suddenly she's angry. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monika trusts me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I'm still messed it up. What if she doesn't come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. The notes say this was Act 2. Of course it was going to happen. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Oh my god, we have more mail. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to so delicately hide Monika's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connections to VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a bit. Those from the VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monika's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment or for fun? So if I'm keeping track, we have, 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monika, of course. It's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality they all are. As real as ours is anyway. Ooh. The plot thickens. Okay, understanding part 2. First time, Sayori is the first to enter the club. Anxiety comes through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Oh, why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best! But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always such a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. But nobody came. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monika. They were figments of Yuri's imagination the whole time. Gosh, I'm so late. Why do I have to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on our new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monika rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so... Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monika's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closed the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh, me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monika is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monika looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Yeah, fuck her. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monika's worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic. She realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I'll just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new boards. Yuri nods and the two set off. Like not telling Sayori any of this. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monika finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So... you like stuff? How's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow him up with anything anymore. Monika tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm Jesus Christ, can you like give me something here? Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. I just... Ugh. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I don't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome. You two come on too strongly, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monika pauses and thinks. Oh, what if we put this away? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people join this club, hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with the club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with. Not just only some people. Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monika that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. how is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic like you think is interesting, but it's really not? Oh, thanks. I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into, unfortunately so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself, I'm just not good with people, I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air like a knife. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monika looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. She punches Monika in the face. I think that you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're about to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. Oh, that's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always try to cater to the other person's weird needs? And trust me, I have weird needs. I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating I can't say that word, I'm sorry everyone, I know what it is. Further whatever the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori needs to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. Again. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. Except for knives. I'm pushing just such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid if people push me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. It's a bit sus. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? It's just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monika finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the clubroom once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. I'll film the whole thing. It'll be so fucking funny. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. Like, you've left Sayori there the whole day. I doubt she's still there. Like, really? Like, none of you explained to her that, yeah, we're going to be spending time for each other. So she's just thought that the both of you have just been gone the whole day. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monika. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I'd like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here at the club rather than home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? Yeah, do you not know how they work? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monika waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Hey. Yuri! Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. God damn it. You just don't get it, do you? Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this, Yuri. Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. It's just these notes are all wrong. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No. It's me. I'm the wrong. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently, just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I'm literally like this with everyone. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like... I don't want your pity! Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. What are you getting? I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. Sayori runs. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from here? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Yuri or the rest of the world. She should leave. Just escape from here, before Monika sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monika what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. There goes Sayori again. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Stop saying that, Jesus. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Yuri's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying for her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise. I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts and speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. It's so horrible with people. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Sayori to continue. Look at her, she's so cute! I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was really finally my chance to make friends for my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? Oops, sorry. That's what I have going for me, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends for my interests. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after have gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. Sorry. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need, too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you. You know, with how stupid you... I mean, with how much patience I require sometimes. Haha. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that, even though I just did that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Irrational fears. Don't ask me how I'm getting my hair to stay like this, by the way. I have no idea. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me. Because I already like you as the person you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a sociable person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different, and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to, I promise, that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them at first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back, a smile at that comment. Yeah, I'm kind of smart. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. You know, Sayori. Your hair is so pretty. Sayori kisses her neck and rubs her hair. Wait a minute. I didn't think that. Wait. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Right. Help me, Monika. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people, but if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Anyway, Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. Heh, that's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest with me. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just have to see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. I was uncomfortable during that whole scene. Like, you really gotta learn to stop that. Haha! No. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I'm just saying. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. You know? I was just saying. I'm back. Ah! Monika's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Yuri trots over to Monika. Ah, she whispers loudly.
Can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori. Yuri wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. What the fuck? Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. I'm guessing that's part of her book. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly. God damn it! Of course, I can't say that word. I do know how to say the word, but I just can't say the word right now. Perplexedly looks between the two of them and smiles. I feel really left out right now. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far and that you've got inside references that I don't get. That's great, I'm going to delete you all. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. About that. Sayori touched me. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests, I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yes. I like hugs. Hugs.
Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Not really. Oh really? It ends like that and not with Natsuki. Interesting. Because we know Natsuki's in the next one. Alright, well. Obviously best girl has to be part of the wallpaper. And thanks for watching. See you later.